when you see this, so this basically has something to do with echomorphology. It can takes an ordinary object and imprints a vision. Stena, I need your little help here. My name is Woody Vasulka.
Okay, you got it. And my name is Stena Vasulka.
See, I was a poet, then I was a filmmaker, then I was a video maker, then I don't call myself that because now I use a computer.
If you are in video, you start out as video or film before or whatever, and then you go through this endless evolution of the equipment. So you end up being what, a digital artist?
People ask me, what do you do? I never say, ich bin ein Künstler. This is just a crazy sort of statement to make.
We always say video maker, not video artist. Other people can call us artists, but we cannot. This is a very old European opinion that you cannot self-nominate to be an artist. So I hope after all those years I kind of am, but if I'm not, that's also okay.
Yeah, but I guess it's going through, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Well, let me just do some senseless movements. Absolutely senseless.
Neither of us can paint or do a kind of sculptures and none of that. But she could use the tones, like we had a synthesizer, audio synthesizer, and she immediately, after we entered this idea that the sound synthesizer can drive image, that's her leitmotif.
Yeah, but I'm glad you used the word sound. You could also say audio, sound or audio. It's not music. No. See, we don't use music. In order to be able to distort the image this way, I had to clean it up, filter it into a sine wave. And then I could make it to a complex sine wave, inverted sine wave. Looks a lot like helical scan. It is the sound of my bowing that is distorting the picture.
I'm kind of an opposite. I take sound out of the image because these two things become to us both the building material. This is the material of electronic sound and image. Media is the same language for all of us. It has a different code, and we share the code. And suddenly we have these visual and acoustic and other codes that we communicate easily.
You say code, you use the word code as your art material, and I am more inclined to use the word signal for my art material, and it comes out of our background. So you were more into engineering and building things and then being in the film, and I come out of music where there is always a signal.
In our work, which is experimentation with electronic images, we came to the point of wanting to explore computer images. And in the summer of 1978, we decided to build a digital image tool.
Because that time there were some computers, but they were not structural. You couldn't program them the way that we wanted. So we had to build a whole machine to do it. I had to physically put it together. So this was my job. And this was first machine that revealed to us how to create and establish the language.
And this is the device. It's computer controlled, operated through a keyboard.
This is such a demo of the magic of the image, to be able to change the shape and reshape it and all those things. It doesn't have to be in a frame. See, I'm still there in the picture.
The whole confinement of the frame is totally useless and it's totally obsolete. And it gave me actually a kick into this whole new way of thinking, because frame is the narrative system of the narrative content. See, once we eliminate that, then we could actually work in a spatial syntax. But that's such a big thing to define that we are still just stumbling over this. But I mean, if I would have another life, this is where I would go.
It is just a great victory for me to free the image out of the frame.
It almost has its own strategy. That's what I like the system. Like you can just put yourself into a system that is completely kind of outside of existence. But I go into this medium, and that medium I negotiate, and the medium says, this time it's time for this step, and I obey. There is no longer order, you know, of the nature and life. You are there, but not there. It's not you actually, but it is you. People sometimes call it art, sometimes not.
It can be art, yeah. It depends on what you do with it. That's when it can become an art, when you go away from just staring at yourself. Although the narcissistic form is a very beautiful one.
But we are trying to put a language on it and actually get the control. Unfortunately, we humans cannot live out of control because we don't know what it means.
You know, it's no fun to go and say, today I'm going to make a masterpiece. That is of no interest to me. But today I'm going to play with the material and see what is offered. That interests me.